Well, good evening. I'm your host, Robert Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom, Hypno Acuity with Cowboy Wisdom Podcast. Tonight's podcast is 7 ways why your inner lingo sculpts your physical scenery. As I'm awakened and aware of the dare to understand whatever is happening inside me is my streaming responses to the universe, the world, and through my daily encounters. But my daily encounters and experiences and events, they activate my subconscious landscape. And then the lingo comes from there, whatever it is. And it's usually how I've responded to all events in my life. As I now realize and admit, my reactions or responses to my daily life begin within me, my subconscious frozen in time representations. And as I've been doing this and started to understand, whatever occurs out here activates in here, and then this comes out. But everything that you respond in the physical world begins within you. And and something I really, really opened up to understand is when you wake up in the morning with a nitpicking inner lingo that clouds your physical scenery, you're going to live your day through increased stress and anxiety, but you respond and react to life from the inner self. And when we say we're going to feed you a habit, we feed you the habit within ourselves. But it's about opening up to understand life is going to challenge you every way possible. They want to see whether you're going to respond or respond or react in crass to life. But your liberating lingo opens a way for you to clear away the clouds and color your physical scenery with the greenery of your genuine rebellious energy, energizing now, realizing the Yazza pizzazz in you dances you everywhere. But if you wake up continually nitpicking about your life, you're gonna stress out and stress and anxiety and being frustrated and mad, constantly criticizing yourself and the world. You'll never have peace and tranquility within you. Something I really awakened to by writing this is everything I thought my life began out here in the physical world. It begins right in here. And it comes up, and then we respond and we react. We get mad, we get frustrated. Then we live oh man, we dress in stress, passing all of our ambiguities to the world. Why is this happening to me? Why do they get this? Why don't I get this? We diss ourselves and fall in the cowboy way and pissy pant toxicity. We sit there crying and bitching and belly aching about nothing that has anything to do with nothing. Something as I understand this, and I caught myself this morning or the last couple weeks doing this, as I get frustrated with the physical world, I'm actually frustrated in here first. And so I react to what I thought I taught myself from the physical world. Why are they doing this? I'm doing that. Why ain't they doing what I want? Why ain't they doing this? Just become a crybaby, whining baby is what we do. I'll tell you what, that's good at it. If you're going to do it, you might as well get the gold medal. And I got the gold medal. But it's the emotional tension that we live in when we're living in a nitpicking mindset. That's wrong. That's wrong. He's doing that wrong. She's doing that. Why are they doing this? Why this? Why is this? Just sounds like a pissy pant baby. And that's what we do. We live in emotional tension. Then it manifests headaches, muscle tension, sickness, and we live in dis-ease. It's really what it is. Then we get to the fun one. Perfection, paralyzing, antiquated, antsiness. Because the nitpicking lingo often fuels perfectionism. As inside me, I paralyze into inaction. That's just what we do. But the more we get wound up, feeling sorry for ourselves, thinking, oh, the outside world is against me, the more we deceive ourselves into deception and delusional despair. You know, I realize now all my delusional despair was me being afraid to face the world with a forthright audacity, celebrating every day. And that's something I really realized when I wrote this today is how much of the outside world I let control inside me. And it was, I thinking the outside world was controlling me, but actually it was my inside world controlling the outside, trying to control the outside world instead of listen, glisten, and galvanize the love internally, streaming, trend setting energy. The more I awaken to realizing my inner lingo uh, sculpts my physical scenery, I realize all the hate, anger, frustration of the world is really what's coloring the world in calamities today. But we really can paralyze ourselves into inaction with nitpicking knuckleheadedness, and I was good at it. And then we got to throw this stifling all the progress and everything going on out here with negative energy. It comes, well, actually, it's a negative synergy because that negativity just flows on down to the cesspool of drool of what are you going to do? And negative self talk can create a pervasive negative energy. How's that? How is that in your life? Negative self talk can create a pervasive negative energy and words of despair to flow through you and your brain. And then the next thing you know, they're coming out here to the world. That is something I really understand now. Whatever I want in my life, I express it through my daily life. And I stop being, oh, why is this happening to me? And say, okay, why is this occurring for me to dance with my dreams and my desired lifestyle? It's about rising, shining, and enterprising my life from within because the outside world is showing me a better way, but I'm too stuck in my comfort zone of calamities because I can understand calamities because that's what I lived all my life. Oh, by the way, I created the calamities. That's what I really don't like because I did it to myself. That's not right. You know, and I was thinking somebody should do it for me. How many times have you done something thinking somebody should do it for you? And you're going to do it, and that's all. And that's what you do. And then you get mad at the world, but actually you're the one doing it to yourself. That's really stymied me into a new way when I realized all the outside world does is what I put forth, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. If I put good forth, things flow smoothly. If I put out that negative, nerdy gunk, I get funked on the side of the head with a rock because I'm hard headed. And God didn't want to use anything but a rock because he didn't want to break something. That's not so true. But we really get caught up in that negative flow. And it's not such a negative flow as it is a stymieing sabotage within ourselves. See, we've been taught really well to sabotage ourselves. You know, we have. And I catch myself all the time doing it. Then I say, oh, whoa, you got to go. You got to go. That's got to go. And that's what happens. And then And then once you get into the funky gunk of all this and the nitpicking and all that, you reduce the productivity of your own life, but you also reduce your innovative abilities too, because you're too focusing on what's wrong and how's everything going awry. And one thing about focusing on flaws and imperfections, that sticks in your craw and you crawl around. See, flaws and imperfections are your pathways forward, because everybody's imperfect and everybody has flaws. But it's a perfection programming we've had within us, thinking, if I say this and I want to do this, it has to go that way. And that's the lie that never dies. Then we constantly critique ourselves, critique everybody. Then we critique ourselves right into procrastination and end up with zero accomplishments. And I've had that happen to me. I can really get to the nitpicking. I have a quick wit, but it can get awful wicked. And I realized when I used the wicked words, I wasn't talking to the other guy. I was expressing my weakness to the world, and I was too silly to understand it. And then this all leads to an impaired decision making. But one thing I want to say, if you make choices over decisions, because decisions are indecision of indecisiveness. But the self-criticism and the self-ridicule is what always clouds your judgment and impairs your life from moving forward. And really, what all this leads to is missed opportunities, overthinking, and poor choices. How many of you've had that? Beat me. You know, it's one thing I really love about having a jailbreak like this. So I'm liberating me from me. And that's what this is all about. Liberation over desperation. Well, it's actually liberation, inspiration, wisdom over desperation of overthinking about yesterday. And then we get to rise out of the emotional drain of nitpicking thoughts. It takes 7 innovative expressions to overcome one negative expression or one negative thought. So I know I'll be the rest of my life, I don't have no time for anything but innovative expressions. And I use expressions instead of thoughts or words because I want to express it. I want to get some force into the world. And that's just me. But the emotional drain leaves you out of energy to engage in your own life. The emotional fatigue of self-sabotaging, nitpicking words and thinking and knowing just destroys your internal environment. And it really steals your enjoyment. Actually nitpicking is a thief of your dreams and lack of enjoyment and all the unsavory stuff you can think of about. And enjoyment is you relaxing. And see, you never want to focus on your imperfections, because your imperfections that you think they're actually your character to move yourself forward and enjoy life your way. And imperfections are what makes us innovate my pioneering energy, rebelliously feeling energized, celebrating today's innovative optimism now streams my esteemed energy to rise, shine, and destroy all the negativity within me and diminish all the delusional things within me as I open up to my quantum quality of life, because I liberate internally feeling energized and wise. And all the negativity and stuff we have in our life, we create it. But we've lived in a world, I should say I have. I've experienced a world of constant barrage of bullshit from a socialized way of life that, oh, this has got to be this has got to be this. This don't have to be anything but enjoying life. When you understand life occurs for you, you can say it this way: life occurs for me, setting me free to feel the robust, energized, endeavoring adventures in my life. See, life is an adventure, but we tried to live it inside a socialized way of life. And, one thing all the negativity does, when you hear somebody complaining about health all the time and pain, what are they in? Poor health and complain all the time. Whatever you complain about or whatever you express you want, you desire, either one, you're going to be experiencing that. But I had a relative, all he could talk about was how much pain he was in. And he was in pain every day. When you speak about pain, you're in pain. When you rise out of pain to feel good, you galvanize optimism, opening daily adventures of audacity. As I now realize and admit, the first innermost emotional words I speak internally in the morning is the way I respond or react to my daily life or business reactions. See, this all goes along with business too, because if you wake up in the morning and you're nitpicking your business or nitpicking your employees, you've already set up a day of nitpicking. And that's just toxicity. And so as I now understand, admit to me, the universe, me and the universe, reaction and response from me are carried out within me. Everything I respond or react to out in the physical world stems from right here. I use here because it doesn't follow the head like everybody says. And as I now understand, admitted to me, I put forth to the outside world. Whatever I put forth out there begins within me, good, bad, or indifferent. As I am awakened to understand and admit, everything in my life begins within me. So I set myself free as I listen to my inner me, as I set me free. I question me, myself, and I to fly in business and personally. So I now realize and esteem. I listen to the inner lyrics of my legendary legacies to liberate me from me. That is something I really want people to understand. See, the thing you're trying to do, all the self-help, personal growth comes down to I liberate me from me. 5 words, and you begin letting go because you liberate yourself from in here. And me and now and forevermore I soar of sovereign, optimistic, autonomous reveries. Reveries. Doesn't that sound good? Autonomous reveries? It does. Why inner lingo? Why my inner inspiring inner lingo sculpts pristine physical scenery? See, words color your world with wisdom, optimism, rebellious, dreamers, savvy. And it's really an innovative audacity for you to move forward in life as you get to become the adventurer, enjoying the adventurous experiences in life. Life is an adventure, but we have been taught it's got to be this way. Teacher, this way, A, B, C, D. Well, sometimes it comes in Z, goes to E, back to Z, because zero moves forward on an even keel. It moves forward as your life expanding wisdom enters your life, and that's what you call challenges, chaos. That's just life expanding wisdom, and you're going to bounce around because your spirit, I call it the spirit prowess, to wow me into whatever it thinks I should go through to rise. But when I enter my spirit airwaves, I have zero idea where I'm going. All I am there is for the ride to revolutionize intuitive dreamers' energy as my inspiring inner lingo filled with innovative inspiration encourages a healthy, wealthy, prosperous scenarios. I let go of the word mindset. I use scenarios because I can color and paint, but I can put one thing in a scenario I can't do in a mindset. That's the sense of smell. As I expel my rose garden of riches, smell the rose garden of your riches. Smell is the strongest sense we have because it goes direct to the brain. So smell entertains the brain, good, bad, or indifferent. As the liberating light of life radiates outward, creates a vibrant, pristine physical environment. That's something I really, really opened up to, is a pristine landscape around me, because I want pristine in my inner scenes so I can color my world with the scenarios of my dreams. And rhymes also help open you to experience life in a better way, because rhymes is what we used in school when we first started learning new things. And a visionary inspiration inspires a visionary dialogue that promotes optimistic revelations. This ability to envision a beautiful, organized space innovates, innovates and energizes uh, your action steps to innovate a pristine physical setting. The life you want to live, you want to put it on, not necessarily a vision board, but you want to put it on something uh, that that's unique. Put whatever you desire on a mirror. So when you look into the mirror and you see what you want, you see yourself looking at yourself. So you actually see yourself inside, experiencing that. An inspired inner dialogue drives a desire to light the fire of foresight, energizing your flight of life to live internally free every day in a well organized optimism. That opens up your inventor's pathways. And see, something I've expanded into, and just because I say I do it, don't mean anything, but I like pathways instead of solutions or answers, because answers and solutions are kind of like this. They lock you in, but a pathway is always open, and it gives you the free mobility to mobilize your whys and energize your dreamer's dexterity to color your life your way. Because your innovative, witted grit, get and go paints your surroundings with your serene, quiet life. And one thing about inspired and an inspiring imaged inspiration, it uplifts your emotions to energize, materialize optimism, tantalizing internal optimism now. But if you look at the world through optimistic eyes, you rise, shine, and energize your heart and soul to rise to the world. Then you get to witness the clarity of your dreams and the clarity of your own abilities right in front of you. And that opens up your healthy, wealthy outcomes for you to experience through a liberating lingo. It encourages a healthy way of life, and promotes you to see the world with an innovative foresight to forever move your life forward and enjoy your life. But your inner uh, your inspiring inner lingo begins in here, and you express it outward to color the physical scenery with whatever you desire. But you got to be the one to design it, color it, and paint it your way. And I am Robert A. Wilson with Cowboy Wisdom Hypno Acuity. And I want to wish everybody a good night. And we'll see you tomorrow night with something. I haven't written it yet because there's something fresh coming in. So, anyway, may your life be as blessed as you are a blessing to me in the world. And good night.